Morning everyone, the postie's just been. I've got some yarn from Knit McIntosh to show you. I can't wait, so I think it's time we get in the potting shed and do another stay at home vlog. I mean, you can't get any more Christmas than that, can you? Just beautiful. Oh, it's good to be back in the old potting shed. Good to see you all again, and good to see so many of you too. Those of you who have subscribed during our Sewing Bee series, our unpicked episodes, as we reviewed every episode of the last series. It was great fun to do, and I know we've got many new subscribers, so welcome along. I hope you'll stay. I know the sewing content may not be as high anymore, because obviously we were looking at the Sewing Bee, but the shop is all about wool and fabric, so we're either knitting, crocheting, sewing of some sort, patchwork, so hopefully there'll be something for you and to keep you tuned. If not, maybe you'll come back next year. Each of these has a positive name for them, which we'll go through. Oh, these are the dark ones. Look at that. Look at that teal. Oh, navy. Love that navy. Oh, look at that. A feast of colour. Oh, I've just pulled that label off. Mustard. Now, see, that is just a bundle of gorgeousness. Oh, it's just squishable. That is phenomenal. And that blue. Now, if I take the label off carefully, what you get every time you buy a Knit McIntosh yarn with this is, oh, just drop that, there we go, is your own label as well. Now, when you're knitting your jumpers or whatever it is, your beanie, it's actually really nice to put on a label, and it will always tell you what it is, because sometimes we forget, don't we? 100% Bluefaced Leicester wool, cool, hand wash, dry flat. Brilliant idea. It does two types of yarn. It's a 4-ply and a double knit. It's all orderable, so you can order it on a DK base or a 4-ply base. And the beauty of it, the base, other than the yarn weight, doesn't change. It's 100% British Bluefaced Leicester. Its wool classification is long wool and luster, and it's mostly found in northern England, Scotland and Wales. In appearance and characteristics, it was a distinct breed by the year 1900, and today it's recognised as one of the most prolific of British sheep breeds. The Bluefaced Leicester wool is fairly fine and dense, semi-lustrous. So what a lovely yarn to have in the shop. A nice new 4-ply, and 4-ply is really popular with us at the Woolpatch, so I'm glad to have the 4-ply on show. But as I said, if you want it on a double knit base, you can do that. all you got to do is just click on the link. There's a link in the description below, or you can visit our website and order it. And remember, it's made for you, bespoke. So it says up to 10 days where they're actually dyeing your order for whatever you request. So you can't get better than that, can you? It's not just sat on a shelf like a commercial yarn. It is being made for you, whichever colour you choose. So go on, what are you going to go for? What My McIntosh yarn are you going to choose? Happiness, life, so many of them. Great names. Oh, it's getting windy in here. Great names for a yarn. So yes, so if you fancy a McIntosh knit, you know where to go. So nice to have a new brand in the shop. Speaking of shop, let's take a look at all the new products that have come into the shop in the last couple of days, including Christmas. Christmas in July, it's a thing. The fabric companies tend to ship out the Christmas fabric in July, and it goes on the shelves, and then people start buying to make their things. So this year we've got traditional. I know, first time ever. We had the Dashwood last year, Skogan, and then the year before Zen Chic, but and none of them were reds, greens, and golds. So we finally have gone traditional. So we've got holly and mistletoe, fabulous, and green and cream scatter. I mean, you can't get any more Christmas than that, can you? And then wonderful poinsettias and fir cones on a green and cream. So really good. I'll show you some close-ups of those. Are you a fan of Hoooked? Hoooked, I think, from what I can remember, is the original brand of going to a factory shop for clothes. So Hoooked is Zara in Portugal, and getting their leftovers, cutting it up into wonderful, stretchy yarn. Oh, I thought that was something going in. And this is cotton, jersey. And probably was a great t-shirt. Look at this bee print here. And I've got loads, kid you not, a whole box full. And some solid colours as well. Fabulous, aren't they? And these are great. Some people are using them for macrame, but mostly crochet, where they knit, crochet at baskets, which I think Anya is doing one as we speak. So I've got loads of this in. So look at that. That probably was a fabulous t-shirt. So go check that out. I have gone and got Grunge Hits the Spot. Oh, I mean, look at that. I mean, what a great blender, or for a border. That sort of adds a punch, but it's just got a bit more detail in it with those dots. But it's basically the grunge colour, but with a dot on it. So that's another blender to add to the shop. People are making quilts, and I think for a kid's quilt as well. I know we're going down that route with a lot of our fabric prints. You've got a great fun kids panel, then maybe that would be a brilliant border around that. So we're loving Grunge Hits the Spot. So loads of fabric and wool deliveries. Oh, that's a nice grey one, isn't it? But I am loving this cotton. I mean, look at that, this jersey. That was I don't know what that t-shirt was. It looks like a cartoon. But that's the beauty of it. It was a t-shirt, probably in Zara, and the offcuts get chucked on the floor and they strip them up into this long yarn. So some great fabric there. Christmas fabric, grunge hits the spot. Oh, I haven't shown you this one either. This is another Christmas fabric. But it's an ombre. Oh, look at that. So dark going to light, round, light going down to dark. I mean, just imagine what you could do with that. It'd be great stocking, wouldn't it? There's the red. And the cream. Oh, and I've got stars too. I keep forgetting about these. Look at this is coming as well. Stars. Oh. Now I've just got to find space to put it. So I'll have to have a rejig, I think. While I have a rejig, you go back to Stuart in the potting shed. Yes, can you believe Christmas already in the shop? But it is a thing, Christmas in July. It's when all the companies send out the Christmas fabric and then it comes out to the shops, and then the shops then promote it ready for all of you people who want to craft and get ready making for Christmas, whether it's the Christmas table runner or whether it's great gifts for people. So Christmas in July is a thing, and if you hashtag it, you'll see loads of things advertising what you can do for Christmas in July. Now, some of you eagle-eyed people will have noticed this. Look. Current knit. It's a test knit that I'm doing for Michael Shawn of Instagram. And you might remember back a couple of vlogs ago, probably more than that, last Christmas, so before. So we're talking about, I think it was November, December 2019. I did the Thunderhead beanie by Michael Shawn. Great pattern, especially if you like a beanie. I'll link to it above so you can go to it. He has come up with a new design, and it's a bag. Beach Babe bag. That's what it is, and it is really unusual because it's a nice little rucksack bag. And I jumped at the chance to test knit it because I did the test knit for his Thunderhead beanie and loved it. It is very him, you know. Directors, they are, what's the word? They are called, oh, it's going to annoy me now, when they have a distinctive style. Auteur. You know how directors are often called an auteur because they have a specific style. You can recognise a Spielberg film, or you can recognise a what's his name, Tarantino film. Well, you can recognise a Michael Shawn knit, a cable, and some clever knit work. So there we have the cable. And there we have this wonderful kind of honeycomb knit, which is made up of several unique stitches. So when the pattern comes out, definitely go for it on Ravelry. It might even be out by the time I've done this film. So if so, I will put it in the descriptions below. But it's going to be a little beach bag. Perfect thing to chuck on your back, put in your little swimming cosy, maybe a towel. Look, you can see I've done the brim already, and there are the straps to go in it. It's on chunky, and I've used the leftover chunky that I had from doing my Barbara felted display, which you can see on the other vlog, and it's just beautiful. I've kind of fallen in love back with roving again. There I was using it up because it didn't sell very well and didn't like it. But actually, it's really, really squishy and airy. So I'm really enjoying that on 10mm hooks. These are my hires. It's great. So it's nice to do. Sometimes you need quick knits. I know some of you going, where's that Paris de Jour shawl, Stuart? It's nearly there. It's in in the box because it's just going on and on and on. Sometimes you just need a small quick knit, and I knew doing this test knit for Michael, that would be it, because a test knit also means you've got to do it by, well, you normally have like a 3 or 4 week deadline, and that's what I've got. And being on 10mm, the repeats just end up going so quickly, so I'm over halfway through this now, so it's great fun to do. So check it out. It's a good quick knit, and I think it will be really useful. Talking about wool, this is really wool based, this episode. Make up for what 10 weeks of sewing that we've just had. I know you knitters are like, we want more wool, we want more wool. Take a look at this. So that's what I've been making. What have you been making? Let's go over and have a look in the gallery. Stunning what you're all making. I can't get over as well the variety of things that you're making. Thank you for sending in your pics. We still are going to carry on with the gallery even though we go back to normal work, because actually the gallery has been really, really popular, and I've had many messages saying I love seeing what people make, love it. So keep sending us your pics or hashtagging us, hashtag the Woolpatch, so we can find your makes, and we'll put them in the gallery. Don't forget, if you're interested, the Beach Bay bag by Michael Shawn, all in the description below. Hope you've enjoyed it. Great seeing you. Thanks for all those new subscribers, as I said at the beginning. We've got a great sewing video coming up about sewing machine needles. I just found them a bit sort of overwhelming, the whole which needle do you get, do you use an 8012, a 9014, it was all gobbledygook to me. So I've done a bit of research and made a video on what machine needles to use and how to choose them. So for you sewing people, there'll be a great video coming up. See you soon. Bye bye.